Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video we will have our short discussion on this upcoming 6 planetary conjunction which is going to be taking place on March 29th. I already have uploaded my views on this planetary alignment. Now guys, what we will do is that, just because a lot many people have been asking me that could there be something good amidst all this chaos as well. So what could be the astrological advice from your end? So that is what we will try to look at briefly. And yes guys, I have prepared few slides. First we will look at it and then I will just briefly explain it to you that based on all the rising sign, what could you expect. So guys, see, the thing is, like the way a lot many people have been supporting it with other dates when this sort of similar alignment happened in the past, like the way some of the astrologers are talking about that on December 26th 2019 as well, 6 planets were conjunct in the Sagittarius sign. The most alarming, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Jupiter were in the Moola, and immediate after that this news of COVID getting spread, and I guess the WHO declared it a pandemic in the month of January only. But yes, that was the time when it actually started creating a lot of the buzz in the social media circle. After that guys, on Feb 5th 1962, and in this regard I am very grateful to the field of astrology that I happen to do a reading for a person who is born on the same date when there were almost 7 planets were conjunct in the Capricorn sign. So this lady I did a reading for, she had a Aquarius rising and all these planets were there in her 12th house. I actually asked her, can you please give me permission or come on my channel and have a talk with how your life has been, just first person experiences, although I did not hear back from her. But yes guys, and if you have to understand it from the Indian context point of view, so China-India war also happened in this same year only. Now guys, when we talk about the Saturn and Rahu, so guys, tomorrow only I will be uploading a video where I will be having another Zoom session with very talented astrologer, good friend Christina, where we will talk about the Saturn Rahu. But just because here I was talking about the 6 planetary conjunction, so I wanted to give you a brief insight of that as well. So guys, generally Saturn Rahu conjunction, especially when it happens in the Pisces, it is generally seen as a case of the racial violence or ethnic divide. Like this could be based on the color, this could be based on the religion, based on the ethnicity. Like there, for example, last time when it happened on in the year around 1968, that was the same time when even Martin Luther King Jr., he was also assassinated on April 4th 1968. And guys, whatever is happening right now, you could look at it in this way that Saturn is about to enter in the Pisces sign, get conjunct with the Rahu, and all of that which is right now the pressing issue circulating in all the news platform, news media, is Israel-Palestine conflict, which is now getting more intensified as we are heading close to the March 29th. Russia-Ukraine, Donald Trump is actually doing a very good job to bring peace and bring these two people on the same table and agree to the ceasefire, but that does not seem to be reaping any good result. The answer to that I will actually explain it to you right immediate after this. And also guys, even what is happening in the Pakistan, the Baloch and the Pakistan problem, that could also be somehow connected with that Saturn is headed towards the Pisces, and this conjunction might lead towards that. And even if we have to talk about from the within India domestic point of view as well, so it's very surprising guys, after so many decades, this language barrier between the north and the south, what happened in one of the province in India, Tamil Nadu, so they replace the rupee symbol in state budget. Imagine in US, one of the province is presenting the state budget, provincial budget, but replacing the symbol of the dollar. So that happened. And also Aurangzeb, one of the ruler who died centuries back. Now there has been growing controversy on his name as well, based on his there is a tomb which many people are protesting against. So again, all of that could be that once Saturn will enter into the Pisces sign, the next couple of months might intensify these kind of events. And also guys, if you will see over here that in the next 2-3 months there is going to be major shift which will happen, like international organizations like the UN will be at their weakest, calling for dire reforms, like the way like US took a 180-degree turn when it comes down to their international like policy and how to defend their allies, like the way this so-called popular meeting of Zelensky and like Donald Trump which happened in the Oval House. So you can fairly see that there is going to be a lot of the shift which is going to be taking place. So now guys, briefly looking at the countries, and then we will shift our discussion to all the rising signs, what you shall be looking forward to or welcoming as a major shift or change in your life. So guys, when we talk about from the Russia's point of view, like the major players which are right now in the news, so in Russia's case, Russia will definitely emerge more powerful, like the way the whole alignment is happening. You will see that the countries which have in recent times in their war affected zone, they have got more intensified. And along with that guys, when this whole invasion of Ukraine happened, when Russia invaded like Ukraine, that point of time, like the way everyone was saying that now Russia is going to be burdened with all the international sanction, they are going to be getting isolated and they will not be able to recover from this. Now if you have to see the overall dynamics, this has been doing rounds in the media as well, that when recently, day before yesterday, when like Donald Trump and Putin, they had a so-called telephone conversation. For that, Donald Trump was made to wait for half an hour or an hour. This was the news which was doing the rounds. So I mean to say, somehow in a way we can look at it that Russia has got all the power right now, all the leverage now Russia has got. And you can see that Saturn's entry in the 7th house and Rahu's entry in the 6th house is in a way is going to be empowering their stance. Next country guys, if you have to see from the Israel's point of view as well, so now Israel is unstoppable. It has been doing the rounds that now they have even reached to this point that they don't even care for letting go of their 60 hostages as well. So the way they have intensified the military operation in the Gaza, so that is also telling about that yes, Russia, Israel, they are coming out more powerful with this whole power shift and the dynamic shift which is happening right now. If you have to see from the Iran's point of view, so yes guys, because Donald Trump so far has taken a very iron stance against like Iran. In a way, to an extent, he has still maintained diplomatic ties and tried using a very pacifying tone when it comes down to while dealing with China. But when it comes down to Iran, so it's just like that. Now the whole this Pisces energy conglomeration is happening in the 9th house. So that means a supreme leader will have to take some strong, stern decision against all of that which is happening. But confrontational, or I would say that confrontation is around the corner, because if the whole planetary concentration shift is going there in the house where the power is concentrated in that country, so that means that confrontation is unavoidable right now. When we talk about from India's perspective, in India's case, it is going to be happening in the 11th house. So guys, just look at it in this way that India so far has remained and opted for a very diplomatic stance, like the way Switzerland of Asia, that they have maintained both Russia and balanced US in amidst all the conflicts going on around the world. But time period, especially in the month of April, it might be slightly difficult for India to manage or balance things out, because the whole conglomeration of the planetary energy is happening in their 11th house. Now guys, when we talk about from the USA's point of view, so beyond any doubt, like USA right now is being led by a person who like actually has been truthful to his word every single day. Even when you see the Facebook, Instagram handle of like the White House, you feel very proud from the Americans' point of view that their achievement and all the milestone achievement accomplishment which the Trump government is doing. But again, something if it is going to be taking place in the 8th house, so we say this thing that we are subjected to the causes which are beyond our control. So yes, this 8th house kind of conflict turmoil is not a very good energy, especially when we talk about some sudden natural kind of disaster, or like some sort of sad news on the account of the deteriorating health of the leader. So all those possibilities can be attached over here. Now guys, if you will take up the case of the Pakistan's chart, so in their case it is going to be affecting them on their 12th house for the next 2 months very intensely. So yes, all that Baloch issue and the problem which is happening, which the spokesperson, when they are giving interview from Pakistan, they are saying that we can nip it in the bud and it's not gonna be that much of a issue, we will do the surgical strike and all, but does not look like to be as simple as they are proclaiming. Now there have been those kind of instances where they are blaming the Afghanistan government, Indian government, and Indian government is like blaming for whatever is happening in the Bangladesh and pinning it on the Pakistan, on China. So this is how it is going to be, but does not look like to be as easy which they are expecting it to be. So like this train hijack incident happened, so there might be some more incidents which might happen in the month of the April as well. And guys, when we talk about from China's point of view, so same like Russia, Israel, China is going to be getting into much more potent, powerful state. Like the way we can say that internationally, their emergence will be much more stronger. The way this whole dynamics is getting shifted amongst the loyalty between the countries. No one would have expected and anticipated. At the time when NATO was formed, it was speculated that the formation of NATO is done for US to be in, Germany to be down, and Soviet to be out. But now even America by itself has even given the and shown the signs of even walking out of it. So that means that even from China's point of view, it will work in their favor, international politics point of view. So guys, now after that, now let's briefly, just in few points, we will try to understand that what could be the saving grace or blessing in disguise for all the rising signs for next couple of months, like especially for the month of the March and April. The elaborative discussion will happen tomorrow with Christina, where we will present both the presentation. It's just like that, guys. Everyone has been saying that the whole astrology community is just spreading the fear, and is there something positive attached to all the rising signs? So guys, if I were to say in just one line, so see, for example, when we talk about from the Aries Lagna's point of view, so guys, look at it in this way, that Pisces just simply tells about that all sort of fantasy, all sort of illusions are generally attached with the Pisces. And Rahu, when it was like here from the past 1.5 years, it was in a way kind of giving way towards more unrealistic kind of goal setting. And we know in this thing that Saturn is a planet of the reality. Now Saturn is going to be coming over here. So that means all those kind of things which Rahu has built hopes for you. And that is what I always say to people. Like when it comes down to the analysis of the Rahu in your chart, you cannot just look at the chart and predict that, okay, Rahu in the 5th house, you could be good in the stock market, you could become an actor. And these are those people I have seen. Like in stock market, they end up having huge losses. And even in terms of the like films and television, they just waste a major portion of their time, and afterwards nothing, they gain nothing. So I mean to say, you have to be realistic enough that whatever Rahu is building hopes for you, do you have that sort of talent? Do you have that sort of skill set? Do you have that sort of destiny in your life or not for that? So guys, if I were to say from the Aries Lagna native's point of view, so guys, in your case, all of that is going to be happening in the 12th house. It is going to be very good news, because for the next 1.5 months, you will get to know that all those vision, fantasy and dreams which you are chasing, how much you are equipped for that, or is it like just some sort of illusion and mirage which you are chasing, which is beyond your reach, or you are not meant for that. So you will get a fair idea, or you will get the traces or testimonies of that, proof of that. That's all what I can say. Now when we talk about from the Taurus Lagna native's point of view, so for the Taurus Lagna guys, so guys, in your case, this whole combination is going to be taking place in your like 11th house. Now you would have understood the way it is happening in the world, that the whole loyalty is getting shifted, like, you know, where like all those instances where like people have been shown something, a dream which is very unrealistic, a dream which is unattainable. So if I were to say for the next 1.5 months, the possibility and the scope of advantage which you guys will have is that which all goals of yours are realistic, which are attainable. So this motley combination of the Saturn and the Rahu energy will give you a trailer, will give you a sneak peek of that. I can tell you with confidence. Now when we talk about from the Gemini Lagna natives point of view, so for the Gemini Lagna natives, this whole combination and the energy 6 planetary conjunction is going to be happening in your 10th house. So guys, if you know how to channelize it well, this could be the time of the biggest blessing for you guys. So let's say for example, whatever career goals which you have set, how realistic they are, or like are you just chasing a mirage, or you are being deluded, you are surrounded by and like supported by some sort of false promises. Okay, why to go very far? I remember that one character from Game of Thrones. I guess his name was some Lannister or Tyrion Lannister. And throughout in the show, there was this red lady. She keep on putting that whisper in his ears that I have seen in the vision, I have seen in the fire that you will be the king, you will sit in the throne. She even made him sacrifice, do so many kind of very despicable kind of acts, even sacrificing his own daughter, and nothing happened at the end. I mean to say, so it becomes very important. And sometimes guys, when that reality strikes us, sometimes it comes as a shock, but if it is saving you time, if it is saving you energy, then what's wrong in that? What's so bad in that? That's all what I'm trying to tell you, that regarding your career goals, what you have to become, what you will end up becoming, are you on the right path or not? So during this time, Saturn will actually, and this motley combination of the Saturn and Rahu, it's just like that, whatsoever Rahu is going to be building up in terms of the illusions for you, Saturn will come, and then there is going to be fight between the reality and the kind of deluded, perceived kind of reality. Now when we talk about for the Cancer Lagna natives, so for the Cancer Lagna natives guys, this could be slightly in your advantage as well, because it is happening in the 9th house. And it's just like that guys, if like 6 planets are going to be getting conjunct over here, and we cannot overlook this fact that somehow in Mars is angular, like Mars is in a way in an angular placement, Kendra placement from over here as well. So that also tells about that guys, if a Cancer Lagna person during this time is very much aligned towards the spiritual work, religious austerities, or showing guidance to the world, this could be the time of the biggest of the blessing for you. Again guys, like the way we say this thing, that all those kind of vision and dreams which we see, because of the support of the 9th house and the 12th house, there is a high possibility that they can be turned into reality as well, because the divine, the higher power is working through you. Otherwise guys, there have been those instances where people who are like just making few hundreds of the dollars, they are even able to build the houses, and there are like those who are like making money in thousands of dollars, and they end up living in the rented houses throughout their life. So simply means there is a higher power which is working behind us, and the Cancer Lagna natives have this power to manifest that or experience that reality. Now when we talk about for the Leo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case it is going to be happening in your 8th house. So again guys, all what I can say is that sometimes what happens is that something which you have bottled up inside you, those are the dark secrets which you are not letting out, but you have hidden it from the world in order to safeguard your prestige, your image, but deep inside it is actually costing you a lot. It is actually affecting you negatively. That toxic is negatively affecting you deep from inside, and this is going to be the time when this could be reality might strike you, or something happen over and because of which everything is exposed. So that transformation might be painful, but it will be very cleansing for you. That's all what I can say. For the Virgo Lagna natives, so for the Virgo Lagna, it is going to be happening in the matters of the 7th house. So yes guys, all what I can say is that whatever Rahu would have created so far in the past 1.5 years in terms of the your vision for your commercial goals, like what exactly are the goals which you have set for yourself, like even if you are single, the kind of partner you are chasing, you are pursuing, so how realistic your goals are. So Saturn's entry and conjunction with Rahu, so many of the planetary concentration over here will give you a tinge of the reality, and for certain people that reality experiencing that, getting an idea about your limitations in the matters of the seventh house. For some people, it might be very uplifting, awakening. For certain people, it might be very stressful. So a lot is dependent on the evolutionary level of the soul. Now, when we talk about for the Libra Lagna natives, so guys, for the Libra Lagna natives, it is going to be happening in your sixth house. Again, guys, for you, this whole turmoil, this whole anguish might end up giving you something very valuable as well. So it all comes down to that, whatever like illusions Rahu would have created over here. Rahu and Saturn, their placement in the sixth house is always considered as good. It's the Pisces energy where Rahu goes very chaotic, like all those fantasy illusion which it makes a person chase. They do not have any reality, they do not have any realistic backing or standing. So that's all what I'm saying. So in the matters of the sixth house, again guys, this whole war which is going to be getting fought in the matters of the sixth house, it will help you emerge as someone who is much more trusted and who can be trusted because of your skills, because of your talents. And let's say for example guys, like if you have had been in any kind of victimized kind of situation, so this is going to be the time when you will be able to prove your mettle. That's all what I can say. Again guys, Saturn is a planet of the reality. So whatever Rahu would have created in terms of the fantasy illusion at your workplace, or this could be a case that you are being procrastinated by your bosses. Like your bosses are just giving you that false kind of promises that okay, they will do this for you or your career will turn around like this. So how much is accessible, how much is realistic, how much is doable? So the next 1.5 months will actually make you work in the realistic lines. That's all what I can say. Now guys, when we talk about the Scorpions, so for the Scorpions guys, too much of the planetary intensity is going there in your fifth house. Simply put, whatever you have been chasing, all those illusion, dreams, fantasy, bombardment of the thoughts, ideas and plans, how much is realistic, how much is actually doable? You will get a hint of that in the next 1.5 months. So yes guys, a lot of people have been only talking about the negative attribute. All what I can say is that the whole planetary concentration is going there in the fifth house. If you are a kind of person who does a lot of the chanting, mantra, like meditation, so this could be very elevating time for you. But again guys, sometimes what happens is that this whole 1.5 next month is going to be, it's like tapering and trimming the bushes of the weeds of your mental aberration. So if you have been going out of the line, you're not realistic, you're not practical, Saturn's and Rahu's combination over here is just like that. Rahu is going to be surrendering to the Saturn that okay, I have tormented this person enough, now I surrender, you teach him the reality, and the next 1.5 months is going to be filled with those kind of experiences. For the Sagittarius Lagna, so guys, in the matters of your like domestic life, your family life, so let's say for example, if you have completely given up on based on the kind of domestic issue which you have been battling with, this could be your dream for building your own house, or this could be any of your political aspiration, any of the change which you want to bring in the world. So I would say that wheresoever and whatsoever Rahu would have made you work in the past 1.5 years, this combination conjunction with the Saturn over there is going to be the touch of the reality which will come in your life deep inside, feeling grounded, feeling very well taken care of. This is how energies are going to be working out for the Sagittarius Lagna natives. Now for the Capricorn, so guys, in your case it is going to be influencing the matters of your third house. So again guys, sometimes what happens is that Rahu's placement individually in the Pisces in the third house can make people very reckless, very headstrong, like the way some people say about the Hitler, like the war which was unattainable, unrealistic war, and he made the whole country just sell them an idea which was very unrealistic, and the whole country blindly put their faith in the vision of that person, in the vision of that leader. So that's all what I'm trying to say. That third house also tells about your ambition. It also tells about your motivation. So how much is attainable, how much is accessible, how much is your skill set, how much is within your range. So the next 1.5 months will actually give you a sense of the reality of that. Now guys, when we talk about the Aquarians, so guys, in your case, whatsoever confusion, misunderstanding and illusions Rahu would have created transiting in your second house from the past 1.5 years, the next 2 months are going to be this battle of Saturn and Rahu, where the sense of reality will come back and touch you in the matters of the finances, in the matters of the family. How much of your financial goals and your projection is realistic, is accessible, you can handle it, you can manage it well. Those experiences will happen in the next 1.5 months. But again guys, we still have to say this thing that do not take any major investment decision very lightly. Safeguard your and save your money, refrain from any major investments. But again guys, the blessing is that whatsoever Rahu would have created in terms of the illusion, Saturn's entry over here will actually balance it out. Now guys, when we talk about the Pisces Lagna natives, so guys, hosting 6 planets, that too which are not in a good dignity, planets which are combust, which are retrograde, in a planetary war, about to enter in a new sign. So amidst all of that energy taking place in the first house is not a very safe haven. We generally say this thing that around the time of the March 28th, 29th, 30th, it will be much advisable to refrain from or avoid going to any crowded places. And let's say for example guys, if you have been subjected to any of the fake or false allegation and all during this time, your stance will come out to the public's attention, that okay, you were falsely framed in a certain situation. Or this could be a case that if there have been those kind of issues where you are battling with the undiagnosed kind of problem, so you will see that there might be some sort of diagnose or right treatment which might get prescribed to you. And also guys, Rahu being there in your first house for the past 1.5 years is not a very supporting energy. We generally say this thing that people who tend to remain where Rahu supplements very sort of illusion, very illusionary lifestyle it creates. So I would say that Saturn's entry over here will actually give you that medicine of the reality. And next 1.5 months or 2 months is going to be about adjusting to the new reality with which you have to live for another 2.5 years. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.